Welcome to the Coffee with Cheryl podcast, the podcast for women over 50 who want to live their best life right now. Imagine having the courage to reinvent your life financially, professionally, personally, and spiritually. Join Cheryl and guests as they share practical tips and resources to inspire you to achieve the lifestyle of your dreams. So grab your favorite mug. It's time for Coffee with Cheryl.
Welcome to Coffee with Cheryl, a podcast for women over 50 who want to live their best life right now. I am your host, Cheryl Garrison. I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I am a coach, I'm a champion for women over 50 who want to improve their lives financially, personally, professionally, and spiritually. And I am so glad you joined us for episode 6. Today, we are going to talk about creating something that we all need to live a successful life after 50. The last few weeks, we've spent a lot of time talking about confidence. We talked about confidence, and that in order to gain your confidence, you should write daily affirmations. You should see failure as a chance to grow. And then we talked about passion, that finding your passion is about being obsessed about passion, finding the thing that you're passionate about and never quitting. And finally, we talked about mindset with Pat Gillam, talking about how to have a success-driven mindset. And now that you have all of those tools in your arsenal, it is time to do what a lot of us fail to do, and that is to create what I call your action plan for your life, or if you're in business, for your business. But this action plan is the thing that I have used in my 30-something years as an entrepreneur to be successful and to continue to have a business over all those years and not punch a time clock. I can tell you that at the beginning of 2022, my goals were very specific, and I wrote out a plan of action to complete those goals. One of those goals was to start this podcast. The other goal was to publish my third book of 50-something, the book of inspiration and empowerment for women over 50, our collaboration book, and I am right now in the process of signing authors up to be a part of this third book. Of course, if you are interested in sharing your story, if you have a story that inspires or empowers, connect with me and we can talk about putting your book in this third book. And the third goal for myself for this year was to complete my own personal book on confidence. And I'm in the process of doing the final manuscript for that book. And hopefully it will be coming out this summer. That is my goal. So I had that plan at the beginning of 2022. And here it is July, and I'm well on my way to completing those goals for myself. So today we're going to talk about how you can create your own action plan and get things done in your life, get things done in your business, and live what we call your best life right now. As usual, I want to start with a quote, and I'm going to read this. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. Life does not have a remote control. Get up and change it yourself. And that's what having an action plan is all about. Now, you can't have a plan if you don't have a big dream or a big goal. So the first part of this, ladies, is what is it that you want in your life or your business right now? What are things that you've been putting on hold and saying, I'll get to it one day? The action plan starts with a dream. It starts with a goal, and it starts with a big goal. We can complete those small tasks on our own. But when it comes to really making change in your life, you need to create what we call a big goal. And then you can break those big goals into smaller goals and then create a plan to make those goals and those dreams come true. So here we are in July. If you have not reached your goals, or if you haven't even set goals for yourself this year, hit the reset button. Start right now. Start today with changing your life. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of come up with three big goals, three big dreams for your life right now. It could be starting that business. It could be taking the business that you have and actually making money in it, taking it to 5 and 6 figures or 7 figures, taking that business and putting down a financial goal for yourself from now to the end of the year. It could be writing your own book or being a part of our collaboration series. It could be going back to college, or it could be getting some certification. In a couple of weeks, you'll be hearing from my cousin, Lisa Hanks Scott, who, after taking a couple of my classes, successfully started her own business on grief counseling. And you can do it too. So what is it? I want you to write down. I don't want you to put it in your head, because if it's not on paper, it's not real. So I want you to write 3 big goals for yourself between now and the end of the year. Just think, what if? Those are 2 simple words. Well, what if you could travel around the world, if that is your dream? What if you could start that online shoe business, if that is your dream? What if you could write that best-selling book, if that's your dream? What if you could go back to school and get a degree in law, if that's your dream? Just think, what if, and come up with 3 big goals for your life or your business between now and the end of 2022. So we're going to write it down. And for those of you who are listening, if I do have what I use, it's called an action plan template. This is a very successful template because it gives you the tool that you need to take these goals and create your action plan using this template. So if you want it, comment in the comments here on YouTube, or go message me, or if you have my email, you can email me at CherylGarrison7@gmail.com, and I will get that action plan to you. You can go to the Facebook group and just message me there. I'm all over the Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Just let me know you want this action plan. So here's what you're going to do to create this plan for your life, for your business, between now and the end of 2022. Number 1, you're going to write down your big goals. You're going to write down those 3 goals, but you're going to take them one at a time. And you're going to define the overall goal. And write it down specific. Don't say, I want to make a lot of money in 2022. I want to, between July and the end of the year, earn $100,000. I want to, between July and the end of the year, start my online business. I want to, between July and the end of the year, get my applications in for school, start my book, but be specific about what these goals are. So first, write the overall goal because that's where it starts. What's the dream? Dream big. We talked about confidence. You have the confidence to do whatever it is you want to do. You have the passion. You found that passion. And you have some mindset training knowing that it takes every day working on your mental state, letting yourself know that you can do it. And that will get you to your success at the end of this process. It will get you to success. So write down 1, 2, 3 goals. Now, for each of those big goals, give it a completion date. It could be December 31st, 2022. It could be November 2020, but I want a specific date when this will be done. It can even go into 2023, but give a definite, this is my drop dead end date. Because if you don't give it a date, a dream or a goal without a date, a goal without a date is just a dream. And we want to do more than dream. We want to take action and get things done. Now that you have that big goal written down and you have that date when you're going to complete it, now everything we do comes in tasks. There's not one thing that you do that is just done. So, I want to write a book and that's the goal. And there are no tasks in that. Well, there are a lot of tasks because I've written 4 of them. I know the tasks that are involved in writing a book. First, you have to come up with an idea. And then you have to come up with what's going to be in each phase of this book. So you have to create some kind of a roadmap for the book or outline for the book. And if it's on a subject that you don't really have all the information, you have to do some research on that book. And then you also have to put down your time that you're going to write that book because it's not going to be written overnight. And so each of those individual tasks that it takes to achieve that dream you have, that goal you have, needs to also have a completion date that's prior to your overall date. So again, let's say I'm writing my book. So in your template, when you get your template, task number 1, activity number 1 is what am I going to write about? So I need to have that completed by, if I'm going to start this process tomorrow, I need to have that idea completed by August 1. The next step is I need to outline what am I going to put in this book? What is this book going to be about? And that outline should be done by the end of August. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, if there's some research involved, I need to research the activity, the information that will be in that book. So I may have 3 or 4 days that I'm researching online. I may be researching in the library. I know that's a place very few of us go anymore. But research what it is that you are going to write about, and each of those dates of research need to be down. And then you need to, I'm going to start writing this book on September 15th. And by September 15th, you are going to sit down and write Once Upon a Time and continue to write and then say, okay, I'm going to write because I'm a very busy person. I'm going to write every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Or I'm going to write in the evenings on Tuesday, Thursday, or every weekend. Whatever that is, put that down and give it some dates because maybe you're traveling sometimes and you may not be able to write some of those times. But put down times that you're available to do it. And then the final thing is I will have this manuscript completed by this date. The next step from that is finding my publisher, getting the book published so that by the end of the year or by mid 2023, I have a book on the shelf, online on Amazon, online on Barnes and Noble, and possibly sitting on the shelves in a Barnes and Noble bookstore. That is how you create an action plan, and that is how you get everything in your life that matters, those big tasks, those big goals, those big dreams for yourself. That is how you get them done. And again, if you want to utilize my action plan template, let me know and I'll be happy to send it to you. There is no cost to get it. And then if you find that you just really have tried this before, it's not working, it's just I need hand holding, I need assistance, connect with me and we can talk about some mentoring for you or some coaching to help you get this done. Life can be anything that you want it to do. We have it within ourselves to create the best life, not tomorrow, not 3 years from now, but today, right now. And that's what this podcast is all about, helping you to live that best life. And today, if you think, what are those 3 big things that I'm going to accomplish between now and whatever the date, the end of the year, the mid 2023, and you take the time to plan it out, you will find that you will be successful. I will tell you that I learned this lesson back in 2006 when I started a business I knew nothing about. And I got with a coach on how to teach me how to make money in that business. And it started with a plan of action. And I went from 4 figures to multiple 6 figures in 1 year. And I haven't looked back because I learned the secret then of how to be successful. So success is whatever it means to you, but make sure that when you are looking to have that success, you put a plan together to make it happen. So I hope you learned something today from this podcast. Number 1, define 3 big goals for yourself. Number 2, write down a overall completion date for each. Divide that big goal into activities or tasks that are required to get it done and give each of those tasks a completion date. And you will see your life, your business change. Thank you for joining me today on Coffee with Cheryl, and I invite you to come back next week when we will explore more about living your best life right now. And before I leave, those of you who have a story to tell, who can inspire and empower women through what you've been through, if you've had some adversity or you've had a tremendous success and you want to share how that happened in a chapter in our 3rd Becoming 50-something book, please connect with me. You can go to 50somethinglifestyle.com and go to the book publishing tab, and it will lead you to the details on how to be a part of our collaboration book. And I'm hoping that you will join other women. I think in the past we've had 16 other people involved in our 2 books, bestseller books from 2020 and 2021. So be a part of our 2022 book 3. And again, have a wonderful rest of today and go out and create an action plan and create your best life. Not tomorrow, not 3 years from now, but right now, today.